Hello everyone and welcome back. First of all, before we proceed, I want to make an apology to those of y'all who have been following my previous live stream on Twitch. And because for some reason, the chat box over there, it wasn't giving me any notification, so that's why I wasn't able to respond to you guys. Yeah, but hopefully I fixed it for this time round, and if not, I'll try and like try and monitor the chat box more often every now and then. Right. Alright, so for today we will be I'll be taking a look at this Sub-2000 Rapid Arena on leechess.org. This time control will be 10 plus 0. Some people say that 10 plus 0 is rapid, some say it's blitz. For leechess, our definition of rapid, the definition of rapid is I think 8 minutes and above, so 10 plus 0 that will be rapid in leechess case. Alright, so let's get started on the games. And yeah, by the way, we're already halfway through the tournament, so we have about 25 minutes left to go. So I think we can go to about maybe 2 to 3 games today. Right, so without further ado, let's get started into some of the games. And we have what's this? I actually don't know what's the name of this opening. With D3, it's not so common to see this move, especially since you lock in your light square bishop this early, and black reciprocates the favor with the symmetrical D6 pawn push, also locking in the bishop. I mean, if white hadn't played this would be a Philadelph's defense. Right. So anyway, let's go on and see what happened during the game. Okay, it seems like white wants to have some ambitions on the king side with this king side attack. I think f5 would be more perspective than h4, because h4 you need a bit more time to prepare it, especially when you get a queen over here and both pieces are eyeing down this diagonal. Right. But even after this, I think white, even though most of the minor pieces are traded off, I think white can still hope to try and castle queen side and then go for this f5 push. I mean, this queen doesn't really seem to be doing much. I don't think queen h4 was a very good move, to be honest. And yeah, white does go for the h5 push over here. Right. In the meantime, let's see if there's any. Yep, no comments so far. Alright. Oh yeah, while I was away, a lot of things seem to have happened on the board, and now the G file is open. So I would say that I mean both sides are attacking opposite wings now. Of course, black is trying to get the queen side pawn storm going, but honestly, I would say that white has the slightly better prospects over here. You see now after f6 here, basically just cut off the queen from going back to reinforce the queen side. So this queen really is just trying to play a defensive role over here on the king side. For those of y'all who love to attack, y'all know that the queen is not a very good defending piece. It's generally more suited for attack. You see now white really doesn't waste any more time, he just goes straight for the pawn advance. Black doesn't have any pawn here to stop it. And even if it does, there's always this bishop 6 fast go sacrifice to do it. And yeah, you see he just continues rolling down the board. Now h6 is very, very deadly because he can't push, because I'll just take, it's protected, and then all this is coming in. Right, over here, now the question is, do you take or do you push? He does neither, white does nothing, and he does slowly and calmly reinforces down the open file. The problem is that black cannot even play, because now, first of all, the queen is attacked, and we just pick up the entire piece over here, because the queen is attacked twice and only defended once. So yeah, black has got themselves into a very bad situation here, simply because I felt that queen h4 was quite a dubious move, if you ask me. Okay, no comments so far. Interesting. 4 was quite. Yes, anyway, it looks like black is finally starting to think. I mean, both sides have used some very little time, if you ask me. This was almost like a great game in the opening. But now, suddenly he's starting to think and trying to see, okay, find what possible price of black here. Okay, he just ignores it altogether. He goes straight for the counterplay. I mean, that's very reasonable. But you know, it's much better than like trying to hold here and passively defending. Because now at least the queen can go over and try and like reinforce the far after it's open. Now the problem is I'm gonna stop the threat of rook to h8. It's gonna happen now if you ask me. I think it's very hard to stop it. I got a feeling that white doesn't even need to capture here, you know. He can just play rook h8 straight away. Yeah, he does that. But I think he could have done it one move earlier, and that is pretty much like destroyed. And you see, after this, you just promote, and it's game over. I think it's game over for black here now. He even does black here, and then yeah, but that is even stronger. Yeah, see, anyway, it looks like black has seen the writing on the board. He has resigned, and really it's very hard for black to try and stop the attack anymore because two queens, that is one complete domination of the open files, and even though black did try to get something going over here, it is white's attack just went through first, and I really think that the all of black's troubles came when he played this very dubious queen move, queen to h4. It really made no sense for the queen to be. He has no business here, if you ask me, because if black really wants to go for counterplay on the queen side, the queen should be here supporting the not there, but of course the bishop covers, but the queen should be somewhere here, you know, trying to support the attack down the queen side, not here where it just becomes a target of attack. Right. So I think that is where all of black's troubles really started. Okay, now we are down to that actually only lasts about 5 to 6 minutes. So I think we have time for about 2 more games. And let's look at oh, this one looks interesting. What is happening here? Oh, the bishop is trapped. Goodness me. Oh, but the knight is also hanging. What in the world is happening? I read the opening. This is a very like familiar setup that if you play the King's Indian attack, there is a kind of setup that you want to go for. But anyway, he doesn't go for King's Indian attack. That one usually. Oh no, sorry, I take back my words. The King's Indian pawn structure is this. Right, you go for the e4 push. Okay, I take back my words. Sorry. But anyway, he doesn't do that, and you see, I'm a bit hesitant about white's plan over here of this weird knight maneuvers. You see, why you push e3 and then you push e4 when you can just save this e3 push for one move, right? And now this is just weird. And I think black is getting into a very long thing over here because I think there's too many tactics. Let's see if he takes, which he does, and then bishop takes. No, sorry, pawn takes. Now, I think he can even, black can even go crazy here now with this g5 push. In fact, that is what I would do as black if I want to just complicate the whole position. But you see now, this is playable as well. And truth be told, how is white on the defense? This is a threat. Right? And honestly, I think rook f1 couldn't even defend it. Yeah. Anyway, white just committed suicide here. Before that, I think all the trouble started because he allowed this g4, and the resulting combinations along this pretty much just helped black to open up the h file. Yeah, I think that was the problem. I think the white opening play here was quite dubious. Like this knight maneuver. So, he really had no business doing that. TBH. And instead of like this e3, I mean, typically you don't play e3 here in the first place. You go, if you want to play Queen's Gambit, you go this. If you want to play London, you go here. You play e3, okay, fine, solid, but now your bishop is locked in. So I don't like white's opening play in this game. Any other? Okay, I think I can afford to look at this game between two 1900s, so that means they are would be slightly stronger than me. Ugly, man. I don't like the fact that I got a feeling that white has overextended, especially when the king is still in the center. But still, I think he can hold, mainly because he has the two bishops, which is a very important asset in this open position. Now the queen is going to be harassed, it's going to be kicked back. You can even play like rook d1 here. After that, the queen goes back, you just spend all the tempo to develop your pieces. Yeah, that was reasonable because queen b6 is just play d1 like I said. And now we develop with a threat because now actually black's threat was to just capture here. Your very very typical French caro kind of pressure. And if white wants to save the pawn, of course the natural instinct is to take. But anything else that they could do? Honestly, I don't think they can, right? I mean, c1, queen c2 doesn't really lead to much. Yep. So they did take. And now I think white has a very clear plan as well. Oh, of course, this is very natural, taking away this backward pawn. But at the same time, it also allows white to get rid of this weakness over here. Let's say takes, and then I think the rook b1 would be quite simple. And then you just something like that, and then after that, this c file is also for the taking. No comments so far. Why are there people commenting on my live stream the last time round? And then I don't see those comments, and now I'm monitoring it, and then no comments on it. Interesting, huh? Yep, did things by white over here. He doesn't capture. I mean, my natural instinct now is I can just push, right? And then this weakness is still here for white to defend. I mean, yeah, granted that you close the position and this bishop looks quite stupid. Like the resulting pawn chain will be quite bad for this like square bishop over here. If I take now, this just wins the pawn, right? Actually. No, it does not because of this. And then this is just yes. And if I leave it there, I can't actually defend it because this queen is going to come in. I just want to take. And then again there's this threat of queen c6 check. So I think black's best chance here is to push. And I think the initiative will swing over to black, even though he still has to take care of this bishop problem. But I think it's alright. Let's say you push. Looks like white should have played rook c1 confident and c5 square instead of castling. Yeah, rook c1 definitely, and rook b1 as well. That was my idea. Oh wait, what? What? Black didn't push the pawn. He just develops. And now, dude, what is this? Now suddenly the position looks so bad for black. I mean, this is coming to the and then white has just completely activated this bishop. This bishop right here is actually okay, fine, they can still push and hope for something, but the the push, the threat here is very dangerous. This is just a 3 pawn. No, it's not. Yeah, this pawn is under pressure as well. But then rook to c1. Yeah, like what Andrew suggested on Instagram Live. Oh, oops. That was... Oh, that is painful. I did not see that as well. You take... I mean, this pawn can still be holded out, but... Now this threat is... No, this is not really a threat. I will just take... Yep, this bishop will be activated, but... black has no way to access the king side. Right, so white do not see that, I do not see that. c6 not a threat yet, queen 6 b4 will be covering the queen square. I mean, as long as the queen moves somewhere, I think c6 will not be a major threat. But if the queen is... Yeah. I mean, now, if black does not... Yeah, I see. I'm going to say that if black does nothing, just simply some random move. I think c6 would be a major threat. But now this, even though white is down on material, positionally he looks like he stands better. So this will still be an unclear fight. I mean, if I am if I am black, I really want to fight for control over the b file because that's where my strength lies in, especially since I have 2 rooks, the opponent only has 1. So I want to dominate. But now, I think this was a very good move by white because the idea is that if you take, wow, resulting passed pawns over here will just completely swallow out the board, and then good luck to white. I mean, even I think good luck to black because even the exchange up is not going to help them. f6, trying to get counterplay, but okay, yeah. To be fair, black doesn't have a good way to... Sorry, white doesn't have a good way to try and get to this weakness over here. The king still looks safe actually, even after this f6 push. And of course, black's threat here is that after this, I mean, you can't take because of this covered attack. So I think maybe a simple defensive move like this. Wow, this is just setting the board on fire. So now you have to calculate what happens when it takes. I mean, black can just return the exchange anytime. And then comes in. And then what? Yeah, but black doesn't do that. He sees that, I mean, he knows that this file has to be taken. I mean, if I feel like an asshole as white, I can just go back here. Again. But oh, what now? Now suddenly the initiative seems to swing back in favor of black. I think this pawn can hold. You can blockade this pawn, right? If let's say queen comes in, okay, no, queen here. Yeah. Okay. Queen to b7, and then what does black do? Queen b7. I mean, if you take that, I think that's GG for black already because this is coming in. So actually, no, this and this is coming in. Yes, that's the idea. If you take, I think queen g. What else can black do? Oh, it doesn't see that. I mean, probably given that I see very few tactics, probably there's something that I'm not seeing as well. You see, this game can still go either way, man. Even though black is like up in material, uh, white has this very dangerous pawn. I don't think black played his best moves to try and hold the position, honestly. So again, it can go either way. Oh, no comments. Amazing. I mean, so far the only comments I'm receiving is from Instagram Live, from Andrew. Anyway, we are down to the last 1 to 2 minutes on both sides. And do note that this is not an increment, so it will become a time scramble very soon. Okay, takes. If you take, now I have the resource of this nice little check here. You see check. If it goes here, then suddenly this is just crushing. Yeah. Let's see it goes here. Oh, that's a wise move actually. Trading the queens and hoping to let the material advantage take care of the endgame. You see, the idea is that if black is able to trade up all the pieces, this pawn actually will become very weak. Even though it's a pass pawn. Because there are no pieces on the board that white can use to support it if all the pieces are gone. Ooh, but this is painful now. I think that black has to return the material here eventually. He will win back the pawn. I am confident of that. But he needs to return the material in the meantime. So that's why I say that this game can still. I'm just wondering why black doesn't seem to like taking pawns. Yeah, it's very strange. I felt that he didn't really conduct the blockade of this pawn that well as well. Yeah. Now it just take, it just promote, and black is on the whole group, right? So, what? Is there any statistics here that I'm missing? Okay, one thing I can see is, wait, no, there's not even a back rank. And even if there is, just push 3 and white is completely safe. So, okay, the saving grace by white is that the saving grace by black is you can push a point majority. Oh my gosh, I just realized that the person commenting on my Instagram live is Xinzhen. It's not Andrew. Is it? Yeah. Oh no, I'm so sorry Xinzhen. I completely mistook you for someone else. This still can go either way, man. Like, this is just, oh man. And plus opposite colored bishops, so the defender will be, he can set up a blockade of the dark square, and I cannot do anything about it. But this knight, I also don't like it. You see, if I come here, he just, if I come here, he just, yeah, it's in real danger of being trapped now. I think rook c1 is essential to just get this knight out, but again, it's so hard to play. Alright, three, but can black come back in time to, can white come back in time to stop it? That's a problem. I don't think he can, right? Because if you come here, boom, and suddenly this comes in. I mean black can, no, white can't even do that because, again, yeah, this is coming in. There's no stopping this trap actually. Oh no, or maybe there is. This, the idea is you don't take. But then even after that, you still need to contend with this. The king comes out. But of course, the question is whether the knight and the king can come back to save the day. Which I think they can. I think they are able to. The knight comes here. Knight comes here. and then takes. If he pushes with the take, and knight and look, I can even do this now and just grab the pawn. I really can't. But I can do this. You play this, yes, then that will hold. But you can't. Okay, yes, that works as well. But still, look at the time, man. I think this is going to be a waste. Dude, come on, get that pawn, man. Just do it. Okay, yes, it's a draw. Yep. Now, I mean, when I'm in these time scramble situations, when I'm very low on time and I'm winning, the first thing I think of is, dude, just snap off all the material and, ensure that you have at least a draw. No, I mean, some people approach it differently, like they just play for the checkmate, which I think I should do it. I should be doing that, but yeah, those of you who know me well, you all know my playing style. Okay, we have less than 1 minute left actually, so let's just go to some of these endgames and look at one final game. Wow, this is complicated. I think white is theoretically better here, but again, it's very difficult to play because the rook is still on the board. I mean, if the pawn is gone, I think this is a draw. Yeah. I think it will be a draw, but now because of the presence of this pawn, that's why things become very different. The problem with the thing that makes things difficult for white here is that this king is situated in front of the pawn. It can very easily go here. And for those of you who study rook endgames, you know very well that when the king is in front of a pawn, the defensive path is actually a lot easier. Now, of course, with the knight in play, I mean, things can be completely different, but your basic endgame principles still apply here. Of course, they say, another thing is that the white rook cuts him off completely, but yeah, you see, that's the problem. When the king is in front, the king is not able to go forward for shelter. Now it's vulnerable to all these attacks on the back rank. So I think let's say you go here, okay, you can still fight it off, but that was creative. I mean, normally in a rook endgame you'll be looking at things like this, but again, it's very hard for white to make any progress. Because the king controls this square, the white king wants to step in front, use this pawn as shelter, and then just slowly shepherd the pawn in front, and then shelter from any checks by the king, by the rook, sorry. But I think the task of sheltering the king has kind of fallen to the knight here. So now the king is another area shelter to go to. And the knight also plays quite useful defensive duties, so that now the rook can go forward, give a check. He can do that now actually. I would move the king first, or at least keep the check on this rank first before I go in. Now a check would be right. Yep. I mean, again, if this knight is gone, it's a draw. That's the problem. But now the knight performs quite useful duties, protecting the king and covering this pawn, which otherwise in a pure rook endgame situation, it would very hard for the attacker to do this. Because you need to consistently distribute your resources between, can you advance the pawn or can you protect the king? But I would say that I think black defended well here, just that I think this endgame wasn't holdable. And now I think this is a complete loss for white is just completely winning here. And yep, he resigned. So white wins this tournament. White wins this game. Very, very interesting endgame, to be fair. And the tournament is over. Right, so congratulations to the winners, even though I don't know any of you personally. But I think it's quite refreshing for me to be looking at these rapid games. Previously I've always been commenting on blitz, and then when I like stopping halfway, suddenly so many things happen on the board. At least in this rapid time control, I can look at the moves more properly and like analyze them deeper. I think I still make a lot of like tactical oversights when I commenting. I probably miss like 10, 5, 10 over blunders in that are probably very obvious to stronger players. But it's alright. Alright, so that's it for my commentary. And before I end off this commentary, I want to make a shout out the to the Team Singapore in the recent FIDE World Cup. We have been represented by IM Ting Ting Yao and Grandmaster Kevin Goh in this event. And I think that they played really, really well. I was looking at the Ting Yao's game against Gyros in yesterday's tiebreaker, together with some friends from NUS and TP. And actually, the position that was this was the final position between Ting Yao and Gyros in that sensational win. In, in that one sensational win in the tiebreakers. Yeah. Right. So yeah, I'm not going to look through these games because I think Kevin Goh has analyzed them quite exhaustively in his Twitch live stream. So if you all want to look at it, I can put the link in the YouTube description as well as the Twitch chat for you guys to see it, to check it out. Right. So again, well done Team Singapore for this wonderful performance. I think it really will inspire a lot of chess players, the chess community in Singapore to explore the greater heights. Yep. Thank you very much for watching today, and